Hi, and welcome to another devlog, where this time you will actually see something unlike the last one. What you see now is the embodiment of what I will achieve towards the end of the video. I will also be explaining how it works and how I've done it. So let's start. Since the last video, the first thing I did was creating a layout and animations with an asset that I own. I made this only to see if I will actually like the UX part of the game and switching to other windows and scrolling in them. And also I put some heart icons so I may feel a little bit loved, perhaps. Oh, by the way, I promise you this is not how the end game will look like. Look at this, it's just really ugly. But it will have to do for now because I want to use my type on more important stuff like architecture and the modeling parts of the game. So let's start with the architecture. This is always the hardest part of a game. Although I've done a lot, I will only be talking about the UI system, which is about 169% of the game. You know, it's an idle game, so idle games are generally about UI and clicking and tapping and dragging and scrolling and so on. Well, if you ask why just the UI, aka the model manager, because there are just too many of them to actually handle. Okay, so we have a game manager, which is supposed to manage the game. Okay, let me explain it like this. If we were at ancient eras, game manager would basically be a slave whipper, ordering around and making other managers obey its commands by force. And you see that guy doing absolutely nothing in the back? That would be me. So now that we are done with the game manager, let's continue on with the architecture of the game. So if we stop the footage right here, we can see that the model manager controls all of the models, and each model is responsible of 2 to 3 windows, which has a lot of tabs connected to them. After all these models, windows and rows and all those stuff, I decided to start creating the first models of the game. But guess what? Just after I opened Blender, I realized that I couldn't find a way to visualize forces. So the best thing to do when that happens is always Google. But even this wasn't enough. Just look at all these forces. So after giving up on forces, I decided to start with subatomic particles. And to draw them, I was very inspired by Kurzgesagt. I really recommend their channel. You should check it out, link in the description. And in one of their videos, they showed this pig for a second. Of course, I had to steal. Bruh. I meant I was inspired by their work. After an hour of Udemy tutorials, I decided to give it a shot in Blender myself. And that is me doing a struggle time-lapse. Get it? Cause I'm struggling. All these hours of modeling, the end result looked just like this. Just look at how perfect it is. I'm sorry, I just get too emotional, it's my first masterpiece. Anyways, after this, I drew some icons. They are kind of meh, but they will do the job. After I was satisfied with the icons, I started coding the architecture and the physics of the game. So now we have this. Wait, that's not what it should do. Well, I got it this time. As you can see, this game is representing my humor. It is very cold. What? Did you expect something more colorful? Then here you go! So now the player can actually interact with the game. You can turn around the camera, you can also click on particles to push them away, and all those particles are in 3 subcategories. The red ones are quarks, the green ones are bosons, and the purplish kind of blue are leptons. And the only thing left was just the layout. After the first horrible one, I think this one is okay. Of course, I will make some other changes in the future. In the next video I'm thinking to put some more effects and make it more neon-like, just to make it seem more beautiful to the eye, and of course, more user-friendly. So that's all for this devlog. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. To see the upcoming devlogs, make sure to hit the bell icon down there. See you soon on the next devlog.